Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Music Monday. And what would Music Monday be without my one and only Mike Familiar?
What's good, y'all? It feels good to be back on Music Mondays. How you been, Dahlia?
All right. I'm glad we're back. I did take a little bit of hiatus, but it happens to people. They go into caves and then they come out, and then the show still goes on. You know what I mean?
Go into the cocoon, come out a butterfly.
Come out a butterfly. All right, who else do we got joining with us today?
So tonight we got dad, rapper, game designer, producer, just that dude, Ireq Savage.
Ireq Savage.
He had to get a license for being that dude, but like,
is it you're on the back of your license plate? That dude.
Yeah.
Or that dude, MD.
That end. You know what I'm saying? That end.
Y'all retarded. That's why we keep you here. All right. Ireq, introduce our next co-host. We got a full house today.
I would like. Can I ask you to bail me out this time? Can you introduce him?
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to mess up his last name. I don't want to do that.
Okay. The one and only Michael Padilla, aka Lady Boy. Ya tú sabes, introducing.
Welcome, Lady Boy.
Oh my goodness. It's so great to see all your beautiful faces.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've seen you.
I dig the jacket. I like that. I like the hat. You came in looking fresh though.
Is that the corduroy?
You know what? This is culture for everyone. Culture couture. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. But nonetheless, I'm not as excited as bringing our special guest tonight.
Muppets.
Right,
yeah.
Mick Familiar.
No, it's Mike Familiar. I've been corrected. I'll probably get my kneecaps taken out if I screwed up again.
Mike Familiar. It's
like
Dolly's fault. It's Dolly's fault.
It is my fault. I do apologize.
Hey,
Mike, so do you want to tell us who is on for tonight?
Yes.
So tonight we got a blinger songwriter by the name of Byron. See, I screwed up. Byron Hunnam. Hunnam. Keep it Hunnam. Keep it Hunnam. Sorry, man.
Good to be here. No worries. Byron Hunnam. Yeah.
Hunnam.
Oh, y'all, welcome to the Stay Woke or Not family. Hope you're realizing what you're in. It's a shit show for show, but we do it on Mondays strictly.
Prepare for dad jokes.
So yeah, Byron, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we listen to a couple things and ask some questions?
Yeah, for sure. I am a musician based out of LA. I think I have 7 songs out right now. I've been doing music for 2.5 years, so still very new to music. I produce a little bit, engineer a little bit, write all my own songs. But I'm big on collaborating, love to collaborate. Have a couple go-to engineers that I usually work with, especially when I'm trying to get that radio-friendly sound. I love it. I've had to restart a couple times, so hopefully this is like the last time and I've landed on the right name and brand and everything. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
I give it to you for even going that far, because like sometimes we get committed to like one idea and like one image of ourselves, and that could either be like the best thing for us or our worst enemy at the same time. So sometimes you need to rebrand and reset.
Yeah, if there's one thing I've learned from doing music, even for this short amount of time, you got to adapt. You got to be flexible.
Awesome. So I guess we'll go into the first question. Michael, why don't you take it for us?
So why did you decide to get into music, and more specifically, because I always have to do a little twist here. it's just so cliche. Like, why did you decide to get into music? How about why specifically did you decide to get into music, knowing that this industry is very much spontaneous? It's always shifting. It's like a shapeshifter. You're always having to adapt, mold yourself. And I spoke to Dolly about this the other day because, interestingly enough, the industry kind of becomes, you become the industry. So you almost sometimes tend to lose yourself because you're so consumed in having to fit this market, or having to market yourself, putting yourself in this category in order to be sellable to someone or something. So why did you decide to get into music, knowing all of those things were going to happen, when all you wanted originally was to create sound that was attractive and alluring?
Why did you pick such a competitive field?
Yeah.
That's a good question. So I think there's a couple reasons, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think it was really organic, which is really nice for me. Basically what happened, my brother and I got out of college, and I had a lot of friends in college that were really good musicians. But a lot of them leaned towards like a John Mayer kind of sound. They were like, playing guitars in coffee shops and stuff, really good singers. And so I was always around it, really interested in it, loved it, but had never done it myself. It was just kind of like, it's not for me. Like, and then after college, my brother and I were kind of like joking around, and we were like, we're going to get like Logic Pro X, like, and just mess around in that. And so I would say when we first got it, we were just like kind of messing around. It was nothing serious. And then over time we started, it's the cliche thing, right? But falling in love with it. And then it became something where we're just doing it all the time. So it slowly became a thing where I'm like, man, I really love this. Like, really naturally, it wasn't like I woke up one day knowing I wanted to do music the rest of my life. It was just like this gradual, like, I really like doing this. I think I'm going to keep doing this. Mm-hmm. And I think in terms of the competitive part, though, I think I have a sports background. Played sports my whole life. Yeah. Yeah, basketball my whole life, like, a bunch of sports. So I think I'm just competitive, right? So that to me was like almost made it more appealing. Like, all right, everybody knows right now that music's really oversaturated. Right. Like, the music industry is just
think fast. What's 1 + 2?
3?
No. It's fish, motherfucker.
Oh my God. Really?
Just keep swimming, I guess.
I'm melting. Ooh. All right.
Heavy hitting questions. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So should I go into one more question or show people a little bit of a teaser? Go ahead. Okay, Ireq, take it.
Just a quick caveat. I feel with that. Like, I feel like athletes have like this irrational confidence. In some extent, I feel like musicians have that too, but like in a different way. And it all happened because you fell in love with just making music.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like, it's some combination, right, of like competitive nature, and you have to be honestly a little bit delusional because it's so music, sports. I mean, there's very few people that are getting, to these levels. So you have to be, I think.
My real question is, when can I show No Breakfast?
Whenever you want.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. It's my show.
I definitely have some questions to ask after we watch the video, because like.
Okay, all right, everybody. For everyone that is new to Byron Hunnam, we're gonna show one of his latest music videos, No Breakfast. You guys stay tuned, and also invite some. Oh no, it's playing without me. No. Pause. Sorry, I get a little.
It gets so empty without me.
Without me. Oh, it's time for me. So everybody just wait and see. We're gonna watch No Breakfast. Woo. Okay. All right. In 3, 2, 1. If you guys can mute your mics, please, so the audience can hear. We got No Breakfast right now.
Driving slow down the dirt lane road. She never loved me, and now I know. See her eyes in the dead of night. I left my lover, but damn, I tried. Couldn't leave her past alone. Stay for a moment, but now I'm gone. She was someone I thought I knew, and I try to move on, but it's still you. Got a girl on the west coast, a plug like Fesco. She acting the radio, but she ain't my Lex. Though a girl on the east coast, we love to smoke the reefer, and that one's a keeper, but I always leave her. Girl from the south, she dropped the thing down and bring it uptown. We fuck it loud. The girl overseas, flights to Paris, just to tangle in the sheets. I've been living reckless, you know I can't stay for breakfast. Shorty, she get her best hair, but I'm always still restless. She heard the music and she fuck with it. I'ma break her heart just for the fun of it. Got a lot of problems I be running from. I'm fucking with my demons, I'm just one of them, no. No anymore. My heart just so cold anymore. I won't open any doors. I just pull up into the bar. I don't know no hoes anymore. My heart just so cold anymore. I won't open any doors. I just pull up into the bar. These days I keep some options. Two friends and they from Austin. Champagne, they wanna pop shit. Menages at the Congress, then back to California. Red eyes in the morning. I landed back to touring on the road still morning. I've been living reckless. You know I can't stay for breakfast. Shorty, she get her best hair, but I'm always still restless. Driving slow down a dirt lane road. She never loved me, and now I know. See her eyes in the
All right, everybody, that was No Breakfast. Byron Hunnam. If you guys want to drop a view at his YouTube, you can check out the full video. We're not giving you everything. That's not what we do here. Feel free to unmute you guys, your mic. And yeah, let's okay, Mike Familiar. Got it.
Okay, so my question was how many shots did it take for you and the subjects of the video to pour the breakfast? No, I call them subjects because you
canvases.
know, like
that's what they do in inks. They call them canvases.
Yeah. So, how many shots did it take to pull off that scene with a straight face when the breakfast was being poured on you? Because I saw like the homegirl on the right. I felt like she wanted to laugh at some point during it. I felt like all of y'all wanted to laugh at some point because y'all did that scene so flawless and like y'all were in character the whole time.
No, it's crazy. I told everybody, like, half joking, but not really. I was like, we got to get this first take. And we did. Yeah, we lucked out.
Damn.
Because I was like, I don't know how much milk and eggs and Cheerios I can take being dumped on me.
Oh, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, that was the burning question in my mind. Like when I was watching the video for the first time, I'm like,
fair
that's not bad. One take, and you guys straight faced it.
One take.
I can tell that little French girl wanted to laugh really hard, but she's like, "No, I'm fucking squishing these eggs."
Yeah. No, I think my heart skipped a beat when that cold milk dropped on me. I'm just singing, and I just woof. That was cold.
Someone stuck the milk in the freezer or what?
I have no idea. Probably. Yeah. I don't know.
Better than hot and rotten though.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Mike, Ireq, and Ladyboy. Okay, I'm actually gonna do a little twofold. So the question is, what artists influence you? But I'm gonna ask them first what they think you sound like, and then ask you. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today.
Okay, so you were saying how like, you know, a lot of the friends you were around were like definitely influenced by like John Mayer and stuff like that, and like you weren't that was kind of not where you were gravitating toward. Yeah. Like when I was kind of listening to you, I heard like this would kind of be like Ed Sheeran if he had more attitude in his music. Like and I say that respectfully because like, you know, you definitely have the radio friendly appeal with like your choruses and stuff from like at least from the stuff I've listened to so far. So that's basically like what came to mind. So kind of like a Or even like a Charlie Puth kind of thing.
Mm.
That's what I was getting a lot.
Okay, Ireq, go ahead.
Oh, when I first heard it, I even said it to Dahlia. I think it sounds like it belongs on the radio. That's what it sounds like to me.
Thank you. Yeah.
I feel like I'm not good with like putting like all right, when people say you sound like somebody, they can only like give you based off like what they listen to and their limited knowledge. I don't know if my knowledge in that area is that vast, but I can like hear it like in a radio lineup when like they play like Imagine Dragons or like 21 Pilots or shit like that.
Yeah,
Nice, yeah.
definitely,
But I
definitely
don't
in
mean to call
that
it
scene.
shit because I like it. I like it has attitude. And when he said the Ed Sheeran thing, I like the attitude I have. I like how like even like where you like choose to curse. I like where it's placed. I'm really a big fan of like making sure like stuff flows and it fits. I feel like it does that really well in your music.
Yeah.
Ladyboy's gone MIA, but
No, I
okay.
swear, I was trying to figure out the name of the the song that you remind me of, Byron. It's part of the Rihanna Anti album,
Oh, great.
and it says here, it says that there is
Don't mind me.
I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so it's part of the Anti album, and she did a duet with this dude. Oh my God, I wish I knew it. See, I'm telling you, after I got this COVID vaccination, I feel like I'm getting Alzheimer's. And
Maybe dementia first.
shit.
A little dementia.
Yeah. So, anyways, you remind me of that. You remind me of the guy that came out in the album with Rihanna, and like he has that same voice as you, but you give me a very much like.
I got one. Sorry.
Sure. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Thank you, honey. I think sorry. I think a little bit of like Dominique Fick.
Dominic Fike. Yeah. I
Yes.
listen to him, so yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Michael, I feel like you answered it. Okay, now we get to ask you what artists influenced you.
Yeah, I would say it varies, but definitely right now there is probably 3 main ones that I listen to a lot that have influenced this pop sound, this radio sound. Because I make music, some like really alternative music, but that's in like a different lane completely and not under this name. So I would say it's really, I listen to a lot of St. John. And then there's this guy named
I love St. John.
Yeah,
He's like
same, big fan. And then there's this guy named Mike. And Mike kind of does he does like kind of country-ish folksy rap. It's like a blend of those things. So I think
Kind of
this
like Astronautalis.
leans this way. And then Post Malone too, obviously. I listen to a decent.
Oh, I can hear that too. I can hear
Yeah.
that.
I've done that before with this song quite a bit. A lot of people be like, this sounds like Post Malone. So
It's a very catchy song. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Appreciate
I
that.
kind of
That's the
want
goal with
to
this
show them
one.
Mia Moore. I want to show them Mia Moore because I don't think they know.
Love that song.
Yeah, like
I
your
listened to
song
that.
reminded me of like, I think it's Camilo. It's like a Spanish dude, and it kind of went viral. But that's like that same beat of like, I'm not gonna sing it now, but it's like
Someone needs to do a reggaeton remix of that song then, since you're saying that.
yeah. Honestly, I would say that would fit into that because the beat and everything already is very complimentary. So you just need to add a very like.
You need to find someone to do the remix. Find somebody to do the remix. Someone needs to be on the
That could be
remix
the
for that.
intro.
What
Yeah,
is
that
it,
could be the
Michael?
intro.
What does he need to add? A little.
That's the intro right there. Yeah.
We gonna get up on the Cowboys. All right, you guys want to listen to Mia Moore?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's do it. Okay, if you guys, I'm gonna go ahead, share the screen. We're gonna listen to Mi Amor, por favor. If you please silence your mics so we can listen to this song. It's gonna be very nice. It's gonna be very nice. Okay, let's do it. No, shut up. Oh, bitch. I'm sorry. Oh, I got it right here.
She be calling me Pop and shit. Look. Bien culona, me gusta cómo baila, como ninguna dejo que ella me distraiga, como Selena me baila esta cumbia, nos vamos a tu casa, no queda la duda. Mira Moreno out on the dance floor, Selena how she say move like a dancer, 2 hands on my body going loco, 1 kiss for the night, she my soul, shake it like LeBron, but shorty ain't a Donna, skin caramel and her eyes blue agua. She throw it back and she bust it like Piata's a peach like Diana in the red Balenciaga. She take it side, then she bring it back. No, I bring it back. I was thinking, just forgot what it was. We rolled it die like to play with the love. Baby boy, she asked, do you wanna what? Go ahead. Call up a rose, all up, she got a hold on. It's a fiesta, now she wanna hear my song. No siestas, won't sleep till we see dawn. Grab the champagne. Bien culona, me gusta cómo baila, como ninguna dejo que ella me distraiga, como Selena me baila esta cumbia, nos vamos a tu casa, no queda la duda. Mira Moreno out on the dance floor, Selena how she say move like a dancer, 2 hands on my body going loco.
Okay, that's Mi Amor with Byron Hunnam.
Yeah.
Hey, lady boy, help me. Ayúdame, cabrón.
Woo! I'm so stuck on trying to figure out like what the name of that stupid song is. Like, I'm pissed. I'm like trying to look.
By the episode's over, it's gonna come to you, and then you're gonna cry a little.
I know, but anyways, yeah, honestly, that song, it's something. It's something, and you made it very unique because you kind of give me like the boy, what is it? The lazy boy, or what is it? The guy who like duetted with Justin Bieber recently, the Australian singer.
Oh,
Kid Laroi?
Yeah, you give me
Kid Laroi.
You
Kid
give
Laroi.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's been Kid Laroi this whole time. News to me.
Just like it's been the mic.
It's Mike Familiar. It's also okay, Byron. Just so you know, my friend Mike over here has helped me start Music Mondays, and we thought it was just gonna be me and him talking shit on a Monday. Ireq came in like 7-10 episodes later, and then Ladyboy has been on both Music Monday and Woke Well this Monday, and he gets pissed off because I always say Mick Familiar, and one day I have to say Mike before I get shot in the back. Because he will sick the jersey on me, and I'm
sick the jersey. You know, like when I was listening, I kind of also got, I could also see you coming in on the same playlist as like Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, dude, y'all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or either that or like you, one of these days you need to, in the near future, find out how you can open for Dude. Because like, they definitely would dig the music, especially like.
Or you could just go to Mexico and be with a bunch of Latina girls like Drake Bell.
No,
that too.
Yeah.
Like either or.
He's
I'm like Drake Bell though.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. I love the first part of it. The last part.
Yeah.
Drake Bell. Is that the guy from like Disney Channel? I don't know.
Is that the guy from
Drake and Josh?
Oh God. Okay, Lady Boy, we're gonna excuse you. Okay, next question. Okay. All right. In your music. Oh, Mike, take this question.
Okay, in your music process, do the lyrics come first or the beats?
Ooh.
You can come back, Lady Boy.
It's both. Yeah. There he is. It's both for sure. It depends on the song, because sometimes I'll be in the car or something, right, and have an idea, and so I'll just lay it down in a voice memo, and so then I'll like reverse engineer and work the beat around the melody or the lyrics. And then other times, right, it's just like I either hear this beat that's already made that I love, or I'm working with somebody and we're like creating something, and then I write the lyrics over that beat. So yeah, it really depends. It could go either way for sure. I like to do it both ways too. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it easier when you come up with the lyrics first sometimes because there's a point where like where the making the beat process is like things start to get open ended.
Yep.
And like you can go one way or you can go another way. So it's like it's, when you have a focus or a base to work out of, it makes things run a lot smoother.
And I write a lot of poetry too, so that kind of lends itself to it as well. Like I can pull bits and pieces from that and then just, create the melody and everything. So yeah, it works pretty well, I think.
Okay, and then I think we answered the question completely, right? Can I move on?
Well,
Yes.
I guess.
Michael, we ain't gonna talk about it. All right, next question. Well, okay, Ireq, take the question.
What would you say your genre is?
I'd probably say, pop, hip hop for the most part. I venture out of that for sure, which, I mean, these days that's not that uncommon. I'll do a rock song or a pop punk, but I would say the majority of my stuff falls in that pop, hip hop range, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, I got a really fun question for you.
Okay.
What would you say are differences between West Coast and East Coast hip hop or rap?
We had this conversation a while ago.
With someone else, not Byron.
I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
No, Byron, I think you need to start it so then you can get the controversial people to come in and just like.
No, I want to hear everybody else. I need to hear this because all you just said. Y'all have been having these conversations.
We had this conversation because
we had it with Moses, the poet.
No, but you know what? To make this show interesting, I think, Byron, you do have to answer it first because
you will. No, Michael, be quiet. Mike, take it.
Okay, so the original discussion that we had is like it depends on like the influence behind the music, because in a lot of the earlier West Coast music, it was more influenced by funk, versus East Coast being influenced more by jazz, and the bounce is different. But then it's messy because you have exceptions to the rule and stuff like that. Like especially like in the underground hip hop scene out there. So
where?
In LA.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I think like just like you were just talking about, I mean the groove and the bounce in West Coast, like stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's like this. It's almost like this. I think of West Coast sometimes like this style, almost like this swagger.
Yeah.
Sometimes the East Coast, a lot of times I used to think of it as like the lyricism. A lot of times, like not that like, won't have it like that, right? And everybody's unique, anyways. It's a generalization, but East Coast, a lot of times I think of like the lyricism, the wordplay, stuff like that. West Coast,
it also has to do with the fact that like the East Coast is where hip hop started, and then like when it started to branch out, it mutated and took all these different forms, stretching across the globe and the continent. So
yeah. But I like the funk and jazz distinction. I think that's really solid. I mean, that's like that's a nice way I think to look at it too. Like it's helpful as a starting point. So.
Yeah.
I feel like East Coast is more aggressive and West Coast is like everyone's high as fuck.
I mean, the West Coast is where you get the best weed, so
might make sense.
No, I mean maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely fucking wrong.
I mean, I feel like even if it is about the weed, like it's still aggressive. It's just a different kind of aggressive. It's like it depends on what neighborhood you're into.
My laundry and I paid her to do it. No, I don't know. I'm mad. Ireq, tell us your opinion.
I don't know which is better. I know what I know what I like more. I like the. I feel like I kind of align more with like East Coast, but at the same time, there's a lot of West Coast I like. But East Coast, I feel like I'm more over here. And it's because when I think of East Coast, I think of I feel like it's a more of like aggressiveness. I like the beats. I like the boom bap. I like samples. I like seeing what you could do with samples. Like a beat machine is like very simple. I don't have a lot of things, but I use what I have to make something great. I like that. I like lyricism. I mean, but the West
I
Coast,
know we're
I
missing
really,
out
I
on
don't
the
know.
South, but I love the South. They just like I don't know how to describe
The
it.
South
Talia?
is a huge definitely.
The Yang twins.
Well,
You know?
so this.
Come on, Dahlia. Tell them about your Atlanta fetish. Come on.
What Atlanta
Oh,
fetish?
Atlanta
I don't have a
fetish.
fetish. I just want to move there. What the fuck is a fetish? I just want to move there, cabron.
Well, come on.
I lived in Atlanta for 3 years.
You wanted.
I love Atlanta.
Okay.
You do?
3 years.
love Atlanta.
Tell us about the Atlanta.
Well, actually, Michael,
rap.
pause your little mouth trap, okay? It's interesting because I talked to Byron.
We talked about this, Dahlia. Yeah, I was about to say.
No, because you were talking about Nash. Michael, come back. You're fine. Okay, thank you. Okay, so
I
he
was like
talking about
stuck
Nashville.
under there. I couldn't breathe.
Michael,
Dahlia
Byron, can
has
I
these
tell you
little
something?
minions, and she
What?
like has them pull me down when.
I muted him.
I can't even mimic their voices.
Michael, I'm trying to tell you something important. Come back. Okay, I'll tell you anyway. Listen. Okay, so Byron and I were talking about Nashville and that you wanted to decide to go into Nashville, and that all in all, I guess, although we're talking about East Coast and West Coast, it would be interesting to hear what you guys have to say about Nashville in and of itself and music.
Who's you guys?
But is it Byron? Weren't you talking about Nashville at one point?
Yeah. So I had a pretty recently a opportunity started to pop up there, so I was kind of looking at that too. I mean, I love being in LA, so, but I was like considering it. So then I was trying to get a better feel for, because Nashville for a while had a reputation as like folk and country, pretty much. But I've heard that it's branching out further than that now, and kind of getting into pop a little bit and just a bunch of different genres, which is cool. So I've been hearing that. I do want to comment on you guys were mentioning Southern though. Everybody in LA, and maybe this is because I'm from Ohio, I don't know. Everybody in LA though tells me I have a Southern accent, and I'd never really gotten that before, but everybody in LA says that. Yeah.
You do sound like you don't speak LAN.
Chilean.
What is that, a fucking term? You don't sound
It
like
is now.
Chilean to me.
He doesn't speak
How did-
Elanese.
It is now.
No, because
How does that sound?
LA people have a different dialect than every other part of California. And so when you go to LA, you can distinguish
Do
right
I
away.
have the thing? Do I have the thing? I've been here.
You
long
don't
enough.
have it. You don't have it because you were living in different parts of the US growing up. So you already developed like this mutated version of whatever you want to call that.
It didn't make me sound like a Ninja Turtle.
Like,
right?
for example, I grew up in Northern California. So when I moved to LA, a lot of people could tell that I was from somewhere else. They just didn't know where. And interestingly enough, I did get asked once if I was from like, I don't even know where. And I was like, no, dude, I'm from Northern California. So it's very like different for sure.
Yeah.
But you do have not an LA accent.
And not an LA accent.
I feel like you definitely do well in the South though if you were ever to tour out there, because I mean the South basically hooked its roots into the United States. Like
Say
everybody, regardless
Say it,
of
Mike.
wherever you are, the Southern crunk sound is there, the trap
Right.
sound is there, the
Yeah.
Memphis sound is there, like literally everywhere, regardless of where you are. And it's just
Around the
crazy,
world.
like everywhere. It's just crazy.
So Nashville, it's becoming poppin', right? All in all.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Again,
From
word
who?
on-
Who
word
is
on
your
the street.
source?
Word
Who
on
is
the
your
street.
source?
No,
Your source.
No, Michael, no.
I gotta know this because
we
you know
don't name
what?
names. I don't do the name dropping thing.
Well, I mean,
I
it's
feel-
not like I would probably know. I don't think I would.
You wouldn't, anyways. No,
But
one
I
would.
just need to track down who keeps reiterating this Nashvilleian theory because I need to then track it down to the root And it better damn right be back to
Nashville.
Nashville.
It better be true.
It better track itself back to Nashville. If it tracks back to like a person from LA who just started this myth saying that Nashville was up and coming, I'ma slap someone.
I feel like what you could also do in Nashville is you could strip down your songs too.
Right.
A lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I like. I
Yeah,
really
like the
that.
first, especially the first
So what do
song
you
we
mean
listened
when
to,
you're
No
saying that? Like,
Breakfast.
Yep.
You're saying stripped down. You're saying he could perform it acoustic.
It's like a
or what
good-
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that also lends itself well to like, I mean, because you were saying like the coffee shops thing.
Yep.
Definitely, you could play your songs acoustically.
And
I
Nashville
can
is
hear
very much known for like songwriters.
The singer-
I already
songwriter.
figured out Byron's marketing tactic. He goes to Jack Harlow concert. He gets someone to Instagram live him. He pours milk on top of Jake Harlow while he's on stage, steals his mic, and then starts ripping his own song. And that's how he gets No Breakfast to be seen. I figured it out. You're welcome.
The myth, the legend.
Yeah, that would be something.
All of this before the security guard tackles him.
Yeah.
Hey man, as long as somebody's videotaping the whole thing, it will go viral.
Ooh,
We don't know where the potential goes. Okay, this is just the brain.
how about this? How about this? We gotta slip in an additional sort of asset question just for safety purposes.
What is this? An emergency airplane exit?
What's
Yes.
happening here?
All questions to the
If
left.
you had to choose between Nashville
Ooh.
and New York,
Ooh.
what would you choose? Knowing that Nashville is songwriter city, but New York has like all the lyricist
Everything.
shit. But at the same time, it's like Nashville was always known for that like songwriter city as well, where like they did start creating art there. So like New York in a sense could be great, but at the same time, is it, since Nashville has like its thing going
I
on?
could see dude at Webster Hall. I could see him there.
Let's
I
go.
I could totally see him there. Or like or even playing like in like the Soho region of the
We
city and stuff like that.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
What is
so,
your
yeah.
response?
Wow, that's actually a tough one. Ooh, man.
I'll
Honestly,
tell you this too. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
go.
this. If you pick Nashville, there's a chance that you could branch out to LA or New York eventually anyways, because Nashville is where it does start.
Yeah, no,
But if you choose New York, you're going to have a weird encounter with Nashville going there, I think, later on, because you're going to be like, why am I here?
I mean, it all depends on how like the tour is marketed too. You
does.
got to think about it that
That's
way.
true. That's true. Okay, so what would you choose? I cut
I
you off.
think he just got to go to a Jack Harlow concert and pour milk on the guy's
No. Come on.
but in all seriousness, I think I would choose Nashville. Here's why though. This logic might not add up, but I moved from Ohio to LA. So now I've been in LA for a while, you know, trying to make connections out here, doing the music thing, right? And so I've kind of had the big city experience. It's not the same as New York, obviously, at all, but it would be nice to have that kind of Nashville experience, because Nashville is smaller too, obviously. So it's a different experience entirely. I think it would be. So I'd love to have kind of the taste of both, like that, like you were talking about, more singer-songwriter based, versus LA where it's just everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get lost in everything. Like
Yeah, easily. Yeah, that could be a whole nother conversation.
Oh yeah, like as a hip hop artist, you could get lost in like the underground hip hop scene.
Oh, yeah.
And you could get lost in the valley hip hop scene, which is completely different. Like
Oh, the last hip hop artist, he had a song called SVG, or wait, what was it? San
San Gabriel Valley.
No,
Yeah.
Really? Oh, he named it that?
Yo, dude, I met him on Vamper, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna interview you on my show. And he has a song called like San Gabriel Valley, and he's all like, yo, it's underrepresented.
Repping. Yeah, I was about to say he's repping that. All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Should we go into another question or a song?
Song.
Okay. Okay, I guess all in all, are we ready for a new music video? That's a rhetorical question. Okay, we're gonna play. So let me just moderate myself. Okay. All right, guys, we are going to be showing the new, and then you just released this a few days ago, right?
Yeah,
Go.
Letting Go. Yeah.
Did you want to tell us anything a little bit about it before we watch it, or no?
I for sure could. This song is actually really personal. This one was mostly a freestyle, actually. Like a lot of it I didn't write down beforehand. I just kind of wrote it like as I was, performing it, basically. But it's about like a lot of personal stuff, difficult stuff. It's about moving to LA. Obviously, there's a whole culture shock there when you come from the Midwest to LA. So it's kind of just about a lot of those experiences in doing that. So, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So this is just simply a freestyle that you ended up making a video out of. I like it. Okay, guys, if we can mute our mics, please. We are going to be playing Byron Hunnam, Letting Go.
Take the car and we move to LA. Chasing stars, that's the only way. You went back, we had a light to say. Star girl, they gon' remember your name. Yeah. Baby, I'll rewrite it all for you. I wanna shine with you. I feel alive with you. Yeah. Baby, I could die with you. Or freeze time with you. You bring the light with you. Yeah. My ex stole herself and my friends. Showed her my moves, now she attacked them. Being malicious, trying to hurt me again. It's a real shame, man. Had no choice, I had to leave. I'm in dirt, now I'm working on me. These breaths I'm taking in are so damn deep. Sometimes you gotta let go and let it be. Baby, I'll rewrite the stars for you. I wanna shine with you. I feel alive with you, yeah. Baby, I could die with you. Or freeze time for you. You bring the light with you, yeah. Life is crazy, you never know. Life is crazy, we gotta go. Life is crazy on the road. Life is crazy, it's highs and lows. Trying to let go of all this shame. Trying to let go of all this pain. Finally moving past all her blame. Love is real to me, it's not a game. A brand new spot up in the hills. We was doing shit for the thrills. Weeks went by in a blur. Living fast, but we slow around the curves. Not everyone who calls you bros got your back. Sometimes it's hard to spot the fakes from the fakes. But shackles are my real ones. That authenticity means something. So you go from hospitals to cop cars. Life ain't fair and sometimes it's too hard. I had to spend you way too far. Family, I'm always gonna be here for. Baby, I'll rewrite the stars for you. I wanna shine with you. I feel alive with you, yeah. Baby, I could die with you. Or freeze time for you. You bring the light with you, yeah. Life is crazy, you never know. Life is crazy, we gotta go. Life is crazy on the road. Life is crazy, it's highs and lows. All this pain and hurt pushed me to the brink. My blood dripping, got the pills over the sink. I took a beat and I stepped back to think. Now I'm climbing up the hill, I won't blink. Watching you getting taken in the ambulance. It's something I don't think I'll ever forget. And now he's crying in my arms and I die a little. And now I'm crying in her arms and I die a little. She said she never heard me like this. Felt like a knife to the chest.
All right, everybody, feel free to unmute your mics. That was Letting Go, lyric video by Byron Hunnam. Oh, what?
Oh, shiz.
Oh, shit.
I'd like to hear that song acoustic.
Yeah.
I'd love.
I actually really felt the line where you said we go from hospitals to cop cars. Because I have gone, well, for you to Stay Woke or Not started for Woke Wellness Wednesdays, which has to do with neurodivergence. I'm bipolar. Other people here are bipolar, and I really relate with the hospital and the cop car because I always end up in the cop car that ends me in the hospital. I really relate with that line. I think that one hits really heavy for me.
I mean, the whole thing about finding your way and getting into shit is just like something that a lot of people can relate to. I mean, I went through it like when I first moved to LA, when I was living out there. Like I didn't know what the hell I was doing or who I was around, and I felt like a goldfish in an ocean. Like it was ridiculous.
You are a playfish, sir. You're a fucking tiger shark.
I love that metaphor though, for real. Like goldfish in ocean is, I feel like that's a good metaphor for it, honestly.
Oh yeah, and Byron, just so you know, Mike as well as Ireq and Ladyboy, they really do have music experience. Mike is a producer. He puts out music himself. He's a hip hop artist, and then Ireq has his anime, hip hop, whatever he does. It's super insane. And then he was actually a guest that ended up being a co-host that's still here. And
I know.
That's so cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a cozy episode. I remember that. Like,
bro, we just ripped. It was dope. Okay, so I guess this might be out of context, but I guess you could circle back to it. Who wants to take the next question?
I do.
I do. He do. Which one? Rock, paper, scissors, boy?
All right.
After you.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, lady. Boy.
Do you collaborate with other artists, and what does that look like?
For sure. Yeah. I try to a lot. Myanmar, the song you guys heard, that's one of my friends did the hook on that. I just gave him the melody and he wrote the lyrics. He's fluent in Spanish, so. But yeah, working on that song with him was amazing. And then my brother is actually on No Breakfast, but he was just cool with the no credit thing. He was like, just put the song up. Like, so I was
That's
like,
really cool. That's dope that you've been chill, brother.
No, I was gonna say that your brother was the one that got Logic X with you. So I was gonna ask, do you do music with your brother?
Great question. Yes, all the time. So we have a collaborative group together called the Happy Brothers, and we have tons of music out. That music I love that music. That music's very alternative though. It's not like radio stuff. It's so fun though, and we're really passionate about that. But my brother and I work together all the time. He helps me produce a bunch of my songs still. Like Mia Moore, he produced that song. So he's super talented, like crazy. You know, always work with people more talented than you. My brother is way more talented than me, so it just pushes me, you know. So yeah, but I love to collaborate, working with people all the time. Yeah.
That's dope. Should I go on to the next question? Should I go on to the next question? I'm gonna go on to the next question. Okay, Mike, take it.
Who are you on stage versus in person? I feel like part of this question is implied that it's answered because we've just been vibing this whole time, but you answer that.
Yeah. Very different people, I would say. Like even the No Breakfast video is funny because I had some of the people that were working on that one were like, oh my God, I can't believe like that was you performing right there. And then now we're over here talking and you're, you know, this other person essentially. I'm a lot more laid back, you know, when I'm not performing. Obviously, I'm very chill. When I start performing though, it's just like the alter ego comes out, the energy goes up, and I feel different. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't even feel like me anymore.
You're possessed.
Yeah. Kind of.
Shut up. He's not possessed.
In a way.
No,
though,
when he's
by the
in
music.
his mood.
Oh, okay, right. Different. Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, when you're in your zone, it's like you're putting a helmet on and you're walking onto the football field and stuff. Like, you know.
Well, remember, like when you're playing basketball, and like this is the way I think about it. Sometimes, like the crowd you tune it out. Like the crowd goes silent. You're just so locked in. Like music is almost like you're locked into the crowd. So in a weird sort of way, it's like the reverse of that. Like you're interacting with these people and you're celebrating your music together and like escaping.
I have a different question for you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite compliment after a show that you've received?
Ooh. Oh, I like that question.
Because for instance, because you talked about being in the zone and in the music.
Yeah.
Time I performed, right, and I did a sick ass set. No lie, I I nailed it, right? And I was rapping. I was like, I kick my boots at the end of the night. What's the what? And right. And this guy came up to me and he came up to me. He was pissed. He goes, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you came from, but I don't like you. And I was like, whoa. And that was like the biggest compliment because he was a rapper and I pissed him off and I didn't do anything. I just killed it. And like, I don't know why, but it sits in the back of my mind that I pissed this guy off enough for you to come up to me and be like, I don't like you.
I mean, getting any reaction out of the audience is kind of like the end goal, and regardless of like what the outcome is from that interaction and like that.
I think that was my favorite moment. I was like, I pissed this guy off enough for him to just be like mad that I existed. Like my presence pissed you off. Like I just owned the stage. I did my set. And I fucking killed it. And you're mad. I was like, yeah. I was like, hell yeah. I pissed you off. Sweet.
Why are you mad, bro?
I don't know why he's mad. But yeah, my question would be like, what would be like the biggest, I guess, compliment that kind of impacted you or like you feel like it rewinds in your mind afterwards,
One that I like that's interesting, kind of like the one you were talking about, is like someone told me like, you're crazy to do that. Like I'd never have the guts to go up there and I like that one because there is that element to it, right? Where you are really putting yourself out there every time you do a live show. And there's tons of people watching you that want to do something similar maybe, but it's just like, they're like, I don't think I could ever do that. You know what I mean? Like, what if I embarrass myself or that kind of thing? So it's cool to hear people like vocalize that and be like, you're crazy for doing that. It's like, yeah, maybe a little.
I mean, you gotta be a little bit.
Oopsie.
I mean, stepping outside of yourself is kind of like a dangerous move, regardless. Right. It's like I'm opening my heart to you. That's something only a crazy person would do to complete strangers.
Exactly.
Yo, it's crazy that I freestyled with the Coast Contra and then they just did a music video with Sierra. That's fucking crazy. Like, what? The word, I don't know. LA is its own animal in and of itself. Okay, should we mosey on to the next question?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ireq, take the next question.
Okay, Mike. Mike? You like how I said Mike, right?
Yes.
Oh, stop being so condescending.
I'm not. I'm being genuine. I'm 4 beers in. Okay, listen. Who are the songs? I'm so genuine. I'm so real. All right. Who are the? Okay, Mike. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, Ireq, take this question because he said after.
You asked for it. You asked for it.
No, you said my name. Just because you said my name doesn't.
She assigned it to you.
Okay. All right, I'll take it then. No, wait, sorry. Are you doing? All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Who are the top 3 artists that you would want to tour with?
Oh, damn.
It doesn't matter. Anybody.
Definitely St. John for sure.
Dude, I hope you tour with St. John.
That's like some bucket list shit. Like that'd be incredible.
Wait, what is his backstory, real quick? Because I only heard of him recently, but I don't know anything about him.
Incredible backstory. So he was between Guyana and New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and his brother is how he got into music. His brother was a really good rapper, but his brother just didn't like stick with it the same way he did. But he was writing for a bunch of people before he got on. He got on way later. I think he was like 33 when he finally like broke through.
Okay.
He was writing for like Rihanna and all these people, like Beyonce. Like, yeah, he was a prolific writer. And then he just kind of broke through later, which is inspirational. I think it's cool to hear of a guy like breaking through in their 30s. You don't always hear that. You hear about all these like 20-year-olds breaking through, and it's like depressing. If you're older than that, you're like, damn.
Yeah, like I remember like when Macklemore was like a big deal. Like when he first came out, the singer, what's his name, Ryan?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like way older than a lot of the dudes out there, and like I don't know what he's doing now. I'd like to hope he's still doing music because it's encouraging to see people well into like a certain age and they're still doing the same thing. and it's like it never left, it never died. Like BB King before he passed. Like, you know, I'm watching these videos. I used to work in Guitar Center, so I got overloaded with his shit. But like, I'm watching the video, I'm like, man, I can't even imagine being that old and still playing the guitar the same way that I played when I was 20. Like, you know, having that same fire and having that same hunger. It's a beautiful thing when you get to see people do that. Like they dig back in their bag regardless of where they're at.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. BB King, that's a legend. That's yeah. I think music doesn't ever leave you, right? Like I think no matter the age, it kind of transcends, I think, age and time and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I guess maybe we might have touched this.
That's why I think anybody can break through.
Wait, what? We didn't hear you. What?
Oh no, I just was saying that's why it's possible for anybody to break through. Because music can reach all.
Yeah. And you never know too, like that's why just don't give up. Like if you feel too old or whatever, you're not. Like tomorrow could be the day. So like just don't quit. That's all I would say.
I appreciate you saying that because me and my producer, like, we're working on the song, but he is taking so long. And then yesterday he's like, Dahlia, I want you to know how long it takes to do one thing. And he's like, I want you to sit through this. No, we're not doing anything else. We're going to sit through this. And I was like, well, can we change the melody to this and this? And he's like, no, we're going to sit through this. And I like sit through like one section of like one piece of my one song. And you know, it's crazy how many hours that we spend and how much time that we put into it and how much of our own, because I think everyone in this room and as well as the audience can say is that we take our art into our own hands, right? Like, I think everyone here is like an indie artist in their own right, but it's just like, so much goes into one production. You know, I remember I was talking to you forever. I was like, when are you going to be on the show? You're like, all right, I need more time because of XYZ and ZYA. And I was like, okay, you know, and it just takes that much time. And then by the time you get to it, you're going to pour milk on Jake Harlow's head. And then I'm going to be the one filming it. And it's going to be great. Yes, I got a job. Woo!
and then it's like all those hours go into that one song, and then you got to do it all over again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's
and when you're,
I mean, I actually needed to hear that. So yeah,
dope. Yeah. No, when you're indie too, you got to separate yourself from outcomes because you see all these people getting all these crazy amounts of streams and all this, and you just got to be like, I'm just going to keep focusing on the process, making the music, doing what I can. Like, you can't get caught up in the numbers game because that's just dangerous too.
I know.
I needed to hear that shit.
I know this might be controversial. It might be controversial because not everybody likes him, but like Tom McDonald, like, I really appreciate that motherfucker because he's like,
I hate McDonald's. Dude,
no, not McDonald's, not chicken nuggets, cabron. Yeah.
Who is?
I was like, I hate McDonald's too.
Okay, he's a rapper on the internet and he's gone viral so many fucking times, but he's
for all the wrong reasons.
Uh-oh.
For all the wrong reasons. But I do appreciate his marketing tactics because he'll be like, I know you guys don't fuck with me, but this is how you make a home video, even if you're not a millionaire. And he'll be like, all right, this is the green screen. And he'll just like show people step by step of how to do it yourself. And I appreciate that aspect, right? Is all his music controversial? Probably 100%. He'll like he makes a song the minute a hot topic hits. Like, dude, the guy's fucking TMZ on roids. But I guess where I'm going with that is like appreciating the indie artist aspect, putting in your work effort, and also as an indie artist, not only are you thinking about the production of itself, but also the marketing because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you. No, what were you gonna say, man?
Oh, I was just saying there's a ton of artists doing that, like that indie grind, man, just that are so talented, right? That are doing all this stuff that a lot of people don't even hear about, but they just keep doing it. So that's cool. Obviously, they love it, which is the key, I think.
And then at the very end of the video is like, and for all those motherfuckers that don't fuck with me, hangover gang. And dude, I don't know. Mainly because I know his girlfriend and she's cool. Anyways, regardless, I have one more question and then that wraps it up. Who wants to take the last question?
I'll take it since we had to go back and forth about who went the last question.
Dude, I try to give it to you guys, and then you guys act like I'm fucking feeding you like weird broccoli. All right.
Broccoli. I'm at least. I'm at least a kale leaf. Okay.
Wait, but we already, Dahlia, we kind of answered this.
I know. Okay, then I ran out of questions. I'm tapped
Okay,
out.
so here's a question.
Skip.
I skipped it.
What is in your sights right now? Like as Byron Hunnam, like what is in your scope right now? So you've done these music videos, you rebranded yourself, and your vision is different this time around. Yeah. So like what is in your sights? It's like, because we discussed Nashville a little bit, and like possibly branching out there. What is something that's on your mind to do now?
Yeah, no, I love that. For sure, getting shows, like getting that going again. I think everybody, when COVID hit, things got weird with all that. So I think getting back to shows is really important. So I'm trying to work on that for sure, building those connections. And then, I mean, these days you always have to be up on your marketing game. So I just continue to be a student of that. And then I think too, as frustrating as it is for a lot of people, I think TikTok's really important. So I've gone over to the dark side, or whatever you want to say about that, but I'm trying to build something on TikTok. I think it's important. I think it can be a cool platform. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. I understand the hate as well, though. So it's one of those things, but I think that's important. I'm trying to build that, and then just keep dropping music, right? Because I love what I'm doing. So I'm not worried about all that other stuff too much, because I can't control it. So I got to control what I can control. So I just keep working on music, keep doing what I love, keep dropping songs. And hopefully eventually more and more comes of it, right? So, yeah.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Ireq, take it.
You gotta drop it.
Is that all you wanted to say, Ireq? I thought you were going to say something else.
All right, guys. Oh, I was gonna say, no, yeah, you gotta drop it, man. If you the main thing is making the music. If you make the music, then you have the product, and then you can worry about everything else. But you gotta make the music.
Absolutely.
Product. Okay, guys, that wraps up all the questions. If you guys have anything you guys want to drop, if there's anyone in the stream that wants to answer or drop a question to get it answered, now's the time. And yeah, any ending notes for us?
I just want to say it was so amazing to have met you, Byron. You're like a breath of fresh air. Honestly, I say that because you defied everything I like, like you make assumptions in your head of people and you don't really know them. And it's like, you've been just chilling and vibing and like, I don't know. You just surprised me, and in a very good way. Like, you're very humble. You're very like authentic. And I love to say this word a lot, but you feel very organic.
Thank you.
Like fresh produce,
That's cool. That's cool.
It's not, you're not artificial is what I'm
Thank you.
You're not like, you're very transparent about like who you are.
Thank you.
And like, it's really, I don't know, it's really nice to see that. Cause like I've met many people in my walk of life, and regardless being like interviews or just like on the show or like whatever, and it's like, well, not on the show, like everyone here is really dope.
No, everybody I bring on is authentic.
No. I'm saying like just like, like in the industry, like other people like outside of this, and like you come across them, and I don't know why it's only in LA, but like you come across them and they're just very like posh or something, and like you just feel like they're so mechanically driven at that point where it's like all automatic, like, hi, my name is and like it's all like, oh, I've done this, and they just name drop all the time. And it's like interesting how you didn't do that. You were like, like
you kept it about you.
The point. You're just focusing on the moment, and you're just like being who you are. And I think I'm very intrigued to know who you are on stage, because that's like another beast, you
Keep
know?
them
Yeah,
guessing. Keep
thank
them
you.
guessing.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, guys, that about wraps it up. As you already know, say we're good night. Music Mondays. Y'all know what time it is. And then thank you guys so much for tuning in.